Yeah, hi there, this is tuxocho.com again. Welcome on my video channel. In today's little video, I want to show you my favorite notes app, and that is Joplin. I tried out a couple, so the Nextcloud app, which is included. I tried Trillium Notes, but after my experiences with Joplin, I still will stick to that app. And as you can see here, the app is available on smart devices or smartphone devices like here in my iPhone, and already also clients for Android devices, and of course desktop clients for all operating system, including Windows, Linux, and of course Mac OS. But let's go to the desktop PC and show how easy it is to set up a connection between the Joplin app and, let's say in this example, the Nextcloud, or to set up a Joplin server, which is still in beta version, but it's so far quite good. Okay, let's start that one. Okay, I got myself here into a virtual Windows 11 machine to show you the Cinch destinations for Joplin, either in this example Nextcloud or a Joplin server. Okay, let's start. Okay, here I got my Windows 11 virtual machine, and the only thing installed is a Nextcloud client and a browser, of course. So we start the browser and search for Joplin. Here we go to Joplin, and did it start? Yeah, it started here already to download the Joplin client, in this case for Windows, but you can also get it for Linux, Macintosh, and as you can see here, you get only also clients for smartphones like Android and iOS. Okay, let's take the installer. Okay, we downloaded already the installer and get the setup file to install Joplin in this case. Now we can run it. And as you can see here, you got already some default noticing. They are sort of a document for the markdown language and so on. But what's really important is we go here to Tools, Options, and here we can choose the synchronization target. In this case, we choose, let's say, Nextcloud. You could choose webdav. That's the same thing, of course, but you can choose that either way. We choose Nextcloud, but as you can see here, you can also use OneDrive or Dropbox, just as you like. Okay, we take Nextcloud, and now we have to log in to get the webdav URL. Here on my test system, no, never. Okay, and here under Files, you get the file setting. You get the webdav URL you need for synchronization with Joplin. You just copy that, place it into the field here. Already per default, it adds a subdirectory, which is very good, because otherwise you would have all the nodes in your root directory, which isn't that good at all. Okay, we need the user, of course, and the password. And now we can check the configuration if there are any problems. Check. Okay, success. So that is pretty good. Now we can show the advanced settings, but that is only relevant if you set up a new client and you already have nodes on your Nextcloud system. In this case, you can either choose to re-upload local data to the Cinch target, or the other way, That is the way if you set up a client freshly, that is to delete all local nodes you already got and re-download all nodes from the sync target. So if you have already nodes on your sync target, in this case Nextcloud, and you set up a fresh client like Windows or Linux or Macintosh, and you want to just have the same nodes here on your local system, that would be the right way. Okay, we go back, and that is all there is to it. Now you can go to and place a new node, and that will be synchronized to the sync target. In this case, that is the Nextcloud. Okay, here we are on my regular system, because I want to show you now the alternative, and that is via Portainer to set up a Joplin server. Go here to local. I already did that for testing purposes, of course, and I did a Docker Compose file like this one you see here in the editor, and there's not much to it. The only thing is the ports, that is later on for connection to the Joplin server, of course, and has to define the base URL where you can reach the Joplin server. And one important thing I hassled with is the NTP server. The Joplin server tries to connect to pool NTP org, and if that is forbidden, like in my system with my firewall open and sense, you either have to allow this or you define another NTP server, in this case my local firewall, so Joplin could start. If you don't do that, Joplin won't even start. Okay, in the last 5 or 6 environment variables are just for having Postgres to use as a database for the Joplin server. Of course, you will use a more sophisticated password or more secure password, but for testing purposes that will do that. If you comment those settings out, those one here, Joplin server will work with a local SQLite database, which is, depending on the connections you have, might be good enough for that one, and you can still use that as a default setting. I of course already set that up, and now I try to connect to this system. Okay, now that we set up the server, we now connect to this server. That was 192.168.178.8 and port 2300. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, here you got login for the Joplin server I just set up, and default login is admin at localhost. Be sure to change that, and password is admin also. Okay, you can't do anything here in the web interface. The only thing you can do is like admin task to, like this, like for example add or delete users, like I did here already in this example. So we do a logout, go to the Joplin app, go to options again, and now we go to synchronization, and not this time we don't choose Nextcloud, we choose the Joplin server, paste in the password like this, and now we can check again if the synchronization configuration is good, and we got connected to the Joplin server. So it was that easy, and the advanced settings are the same like before. If you want to set up a new client or so, you would prefer to delete the local files and download all nodes from the sync target. As you could see, the integration from Joplin app into the Nextcloud instance is pretty easy. You just have to set up your webdav URL and your password and your username, of course, and then you're already set. But please be sure to make a subdirectory so you don't have all the nodes in the root directory of your Nextcloud instance. And even setting up a Joplin server is pretty easy, done with Docker, and you don't have to have a PostgreSQL database. You can leave those environment variables clear, so your Joplin server will use a SQLite database, and that is pretty good if you don't have a massive amount of users on your Joplin server. The only thing I wish that they would add, that's sort of a feature request, that is because if you try to, or if you use the Joplin server, you have to make it available over the internet, at least if you want to access those nodes via your smartphones or tablet or so on. You can do that pretty easy with the Nginx Proxy Manager, but I wish they would add a two-factor authentication to make it more secure if you make it available via the internet. Okay, that was my little view on the Joplin app and how easy it is to integrate it in almost any cloud service or with the Joplin server. That's just done in a couple of minutes. And if you have any questions to this, you might as well place them in the comments to this video or in the comment function of the corresponding blog post. And if this video was a little bit helpful to you, you should think about placing a like on the video, and surely it would help the channel if you subscribe my channel, but then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, that was my little review on Joplin app and Joplin server, and all I have to do is till the next time, ciao, tux oche.